Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In my last video, I talked about pituitary gland. If you have not seen the video, then click on the button and watch the video now. Today I'm going to talk about our last part of the endocrine system, which is hypothalamus. Okay, as you can see in this photo, this hypothalamus stays few millimeter above to the pituitary gland. Okay, at the floor and the lateral wall of the third ventricle. I already talked about these things in my earlier videos. You can check those videos. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So today's video is very complicated. It's super complicated. Okay, try to understand that this hypothalamus has three parts and it has three area. All these three parts and three area combinedly each together, and I'm going to talk about these things. Suppose actually I don't have anything to make you understand as a demo or model or any writing form. In 2D structure you will never understand anything. So try to understand that. Suppose think about me and this entire room as a hypothalamus. Okay, now I am standing at the center of the hypothalamus. So as I said, I am at the center of the hypothalamus. So in front area or the infront segment is known as anterior segment. So I am at the middle segment and the back side is the posterior segment. Anterior segment is known as optic area or the optic segment. Why? Because just in front you will get the optic chiasma. That's why we call it optic segment. In the middle you will get the tuberal area, and the posteriorly you will get the mammillary area or the mammillary segment, because you will get their mammillary bodies. Now this part you can see in anteroposterior or in parasagittal section, and in coronal section from medial to lateral you will get three areas. So just in front of the center, there is very small area is known as paraventricular area. Behind the paraventricular area at the center you will get the medial area, and right side left side you can get the lateral area. Okay, so this is the basic structure of our hypothalamus. Suppose you didn't understand, I know, again I am explaining you. Suppose try to understand this entire hand is my hypothalamus. Okay, this area of hypothalamus is known as optic segment or the optic area. At the center, this middle area is known as tubular segment, and the posterior area is known as mammillary segment. Okay, now this structure you are seeing in parasagittal section or anterior to posterior. Okay, now if you see like this in coronal section, you will get the just in front of the center. Suppose in this entire part it is the center, and just in front of the center you will get the paraventricular area, and you will get them, and behind it you will get the medial area, and the right side left side you will get the lateral area. Okay, that's it. It is as simple as water. Okay, so I know it is very complicated, but you will get the proper idea when you see dead body's brain, I mean cadaver's brain, in the practical class. Now in relationship of the hypothalamus you will get anteriorly anterior commissure and the lamina terminalis. Okay, in posteriorly you will get the mammillary bodies and midbrain. Superiorly you will get the right side and left side thalamus. Inferiorly you will get the floor of the lateral ventricle along with the lateral wall, along with the pituitary gland, I mean the stalk of the pituitary gland. Okay, now blood supply, arterial supply and venous drainage. There are lots of vessels, I mean especially small arteriole arising from the circle of Willis, and via these arteries this entire hypothalamus is getting the arterial supply, and lots of venules arises from this hypothalamus and drains into intercavernous sinuses. Okay, that's it. And now the nerve supply. Here is the catch. This is a head part of the autonomic nervous system. Okay, so it doesn't have any nerve supply, just like our cerebrum and cerebellum. Here the nerve cells originates. So cerebellum doesn't have nerve supply. Okay, along with the hypothalamus. So what is the difference? Here you need to understand that cerebellum These two structure controls our central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Okay, this hypothalamus controls our entire body's autonomic nervous system. Okay, anyway, I will talk about this autonomic nervous system later in special videos. And now the microanatomy along with the endocrine part along with the function, three things together I am going to talk about in very details, so try to understand. So I will not make it complicated, I will try to make it as simple as possible. So first of all I am going to talk about anterior part or the anterior segment of the hypothalamus, because under microscope, as I said, it has already two parts, anterior segment or known as the optic segment. An optic segment has medial part, lateral part, and just in front of the center you will get the paraventricular part. Now first of all I am going to talk about medial part. Okay, now in medial part you will get under microscope lots and lots of nucleus. Among them, first of all you will get the preoptic nucleus. This preoptic nucleus controls our temperature of the body. In cold, in temperature, different kinds of situation. Okay, second type of nucleus you will get the middle preoptic nucleus. This nucleus releases gonadotropin releasing hormone, and this hormone triggers the pituitary gland. Third type you will get supraoptic nucleus. This nucleus releases vasopressin and oxytocin according to the body situation. I talked about these things in my last video. So what are the conditions I will talk about later. Okay, not now. So remember these things. And this point comes always in exam, that supraoptic nucleus of anterior segment or the optic segment of hypothalamus releases vasopressin and oxytocin. Okay, fourth kind of nucleus you will get anterior hypothalamic nucleus. It controls our temperature along with the preoptic nucleus combinedly, and it also controls our sweating, panting, and also it inhibits thyrotropin inhibiting action. I will talk all about this mechanism later, not now. And fifth type of nucleus you will get suprachiasmatic nucleus. It triggers our pineal gland to control our circadian rhythm. Okay, anyway, I will talk about this later. And then you will get the paraventricular nucleus. Okay, now this paraventricular nucleus secretes thyrotropin releasing hormone, adrenocorticotropic releasing hormone, somatostatin releasing hormone, along with the small amount of vasopressin, oxytocin. Okay, and the lateral part of this optic segment of the hypothalamus you will get lateral nucleus. Okay, and this lateral nucleus in all part of the hypothalamus, it controls our special type of neurons known as orexin tuberal segment. In this segment you will again get the medial part, lateral part. In medial part you will get first of all dorsomedial hypothalamic nucleus. This nucleus controls our heart, blood vessels, and the intestines. The intestine motilities, blood pressure, cardiac activities. Okay, and second type you will get ventromedial hypothalamic nucleus. This nucleus controls our hunger, thirst, satiety. Okay, also our neuroendocrine organs. And third kind you will get the arcuate nucleus. This nucleus releases gonadotropin releasing hormone. Okay, GnRH. Also it controls our prolactin level by secreting dopamine. And in the lateral part, as I said, the entire part of the hypothalamus, in the lateral segment or the lateral part you will get the orexin type of special neurons. Okay, and in the posterior segment or in the mammillary segment, first of all you will get the mammillary nucleus. This nucleus controls our memory, short-term memory, long-term memory. Okay, second type of nucleus you will get posterior nucleus. It controls our blood pressure, pupillary dilatation, shivering, along with the small amount of vasopressin release. Okay, and laterally you will always get the orexin type of neurons along with the very special type of nucleus, which is tuberomammillary bodies or tuberomammillary nucleus. This nucleus controls our arousal. Okay, then sleeping, learning, feeding, memory, energy balance in the body. Okay, so this is the entire classification of hypothalamus along with the segments, along with the nucleus, along with the function, along with the endocrine parts. Okay, so all the complicated thing enlisted together So I hope you little bit understand and you can remember this hypothalamus in endocrine part. So in the next video I will start another system. So till then, bye.